Specific person love that stays. Now, in this video, I am going to share with you more about my specific person's success. And also, by the end of this video, you're going to know what you need to do to get yourself there. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Agnes Vivarelli, and I am currently enjoying a 10-year relationship and have been with my specific person for that long. Now, I'm going to give you 8 points, okay? Number 1, maintain your own life. Don't wrap yourself around their life, okay? I see that this often starts to slide in relationships, and then the relationship gets smaller and smaller in terms of the person feels more suffocated. That fresh energy that you bring from doing your own things no longer comes into the relationship. And then you start looking at what the person is doing or not doing too much. So if you can really maintain your own life, make that commitment, remember that that brings in fresh energy towards the other person, okay? Number 2, make sure you take care of your mental and emotional health as a priority, okay? Make sure that you don't make that person the source of everything for you, and to do the things that really uplift your mental and emotional health. So, examples: meditation, walking and affirming, just rest, whatever kind of rest you want, having an afternoon sleep, swinging in a hammock, reading a book. Rest is really important. Movies, talking to like-minded friends, especially those that look after themselves and look after their own self-love. Now, number 3, taking time for yourself. Really important, as in away from the specific person. It's having some time by yourself to do the things that you really need to do to help you feel good, whatever that is. Number 4, maintaining your self-love practices. Now, this is really important to keep going with this, because it's so easy to, when you get into a relationship, it's feeling good, then you go, oh, I don't need to do that stuff anymore. And then 6 months later, I find so many people come back for coaching because they've dropped the ball and they don't do these things anymore because the relationship was going well, and then they end up with another breakup or another hot and cold dynamic between you and them, okay? So maintain it. It's not just for you, it's to put that good food into the relationship, because the relationship will reflect back to you how well you are doing within your own self. Now, number 5, don't expect your SP to meet all of your needs, okay? Sometimes we need to meet our own needs. Your SP will have things in their own life. They will have their family, their work, their children, their pets, their needing to go to the gym, needing to go and do archery or whatever they do. And it's, if you can remember that as my SP looks after what they need and I look after what I need, when we come together, there is a beautiful maturity there that really, really then means people can listen to each other, because it's not all the pressure is on the other person to meet the needs that you have, okay? Now, number 6, watch your interpretation of them in particular. Okay, we can easily treat an SP as if they don't care about us and they don't love us. So be mindful of that. Treat them as if they love you. Now, I've done a couple of videos on that. I will put them down in the description for you and put them up here next to my head at the end of the video. Now, number 7, trust and surrender. Now, Denise D, you actually asked me to talk about surrender and trust a bit more. So I've incorporated you asking about that into this video. How do we get better at this? Well, there's a few ways. Prayer and doing it regularly, and prayers of thanks, prayers of what do I need to know, God, Source, infinite intelligence, is there anything you would have me know today? So getting to the place where you make that regular contact with a higher power. Okay, yes, we are God. Yes, we are connected to infinite intelligence, but the bigger God, or the bigger source, the bigger infinite intelligence has got broader view, as Abraham Hicks talks about. Now, also for trust and surrender, being in silence. I think we need times of just quiet. It's really important. And to just be. Check in with yourself. How do I feel? Temperature check. How am I going right now? Okay. Now, I did do a Trust Rampage, so I'll put those down below for you. I did one with voice only, one with music. Okay. So I did those as something you can listen to help you to trust. Now, I trust life, I trust myself, I trust my specific person. Use their name. Okay, so it's practicing these statements. Number 8, the final one, let go of past issues. Make a decision to forgive and let go. Forgive them for anything you think they did to you, to forgive yourself because you didn't understand everyone was you pushed out at that time, but now you know better, you can do better. So it's not about never having emotions about things, because sometimes emotions from the past come up, as you all know. But when you feel triggered, make time to process your emotions. Do some writing. If you're angry, scream into a pillow, go for a run, go to the gym. If you feel really hurt and wounded and brokenhearted, then it's crying it out, letting the hurt come up, letting it go out of your body, because your body's like a suitcase and it's holding on to this stuff. So make sure you don't blame, you take responsibility and you process it. And you can do that with the Ho'oponopono is the best way for the forgiveness, I think. I'll put the Ho'oponopono meditations and Ho'oponopono playlist for those of you that really want to work on some stuff between you and your SP. I'm reading out of a little book called Ho'oponopono by Ulrich E. Dupree, and there's a series of videos you can go through with that. Okay, so now I just want to say a little bit more about my specific person, because he has stayed and he's still around and we have a good relationship, and it's got better and better over time as my self-love practices have continued, have developed, have got better. My relationship has got better because my relationship is a reflection of me. It's me pushed out. How well am I doing within me is what I see out there. So it's really wonderful to have a relationship where two people are mature, they look after themselves, they make that a priority, and that they then come together to really enjoy affection, intimacy, funny moments, weird things, food, cooking, movies, restaurants, and you go out and you really enjoy each other. And that's what I have with my specific person. He's very thoughtful, and we're two givers. And when two givers come together, it makes for the most wonderful relationships, especially if two people really take care of themselves. So I want to say that this is possible for you too. It's definitely possible. It's not as hard as you think. Once you take this stuff into account and you put it into practice and you make it a priority, then you get much better results, because instead of having this kind of roller coaster dynamic between you and them, you have a more, calm. It's more balanced. It's easier. My relationship is easy. My relationship gets better and better. I love how we understand each other. I love how we laugh. I love how we have a great time. I love how kind they are. I love how giving they are. So when you come at it from that place, that's who you are, and then you correct any of the negative thoughts you have about what they aren't doing, not giving, and you start thinking of them in that way, then you see more results of what you focus on. Okay? So I wish for all of you that you have this wonderful relationship that is so possible, because I had, you know, a history that was not very great around relationships. I'll put my playlist of my personal romantic relationships. There's a playlist where I go through all my relationships one at a time, and I share with you all the mistakes I made, all the things I did wrong, and what a total disaster it was, because I didn't have very good self-love, and I was working on it and getting better, but there was still work to do. So some of you will relate to these stories, and there was a lot of train wreck disaster situations which you can listen to and have a bit of a laugh at, because these days, you know, it doesn't hurt me anymore and it can be quite funny, but at the time, obviously that was different. So hopefully that helps. Lots of love, everyone. And yeah, if you've got any questions or anything you'd like me to talk more about, because I've done a lot of relationship and SP videos, but maybe there's something that I haven't shared, or something that you don't quite understand, or that you would like to know a little bit more about, that I can do a further YouTube on later on. Lots of love, and I will see you in the next YouTube as always.